Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. This time I'm with my dad. Shouts out to him for the microphones, getting the quality right. But today we're going to be talking about the three-team Celtics, Wizards, Grizzlies trade. What did you think about it?
So I like the trade. I do. I think that the Celtics, the Celtics definitely came up getting Kristaps Porzingis. No question about it. I mean, you're talking about a 23-8 guy, 7'3", can do a ton of stuff on the court. He's awesome. I think that the Celtics really did, even with Marcus Smart going to the Grizzlies. I think that was a good move for the Celtics. Might have been a little cutthroat.
Yeah.
Might have been just a little cutthroat
Yeah.
because I feel like you're talking about somebody who really is a glue guy for the Celtics, and I just don't know how the team responds to that. I think that I would have liked to have seen things work out with Malcolm Brogdon, like maybe going to the Clippers. But again, I think with Malcolm Brogdon, if it doesn't work out and he stays on the Celtics, he gets to have full run at the point guard position, and I think he does do a good job of playmaking as well. So I think that if they can keep Malcolm Brogdon, I think it's a win.
Yeah. I definitely like Porziņģis to the Celtics. It does relieve some scoring stress from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Also gives them a little bit more rim protecting down low. I am interested to see what their starting five looks like because Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porziņģis, Robert Williams 5 looks pretty enticing.
Yeah, that looks solid for sure.
But again, you did lose some of your bench with that trade, which is going to kind of hurt. I'm curious to see what else moves they make. And I would have liked, I love the Porziņģis trade for them, but I would have liked to see a bit more of a playmaking point guard type of move.
Me too. I think that's the big thing for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Like they need, because with Porziņģis there, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, like I don't want it to be a situation where they're taking turns cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they need somebody who can get them easy baskets.
Yeah.
Like if they can get somebody who is a great passer who can get them into their sets and get them, very unselfish, somebody who's, can get the offense moving and them getting easy baskets. I think the Celtics all of a sudden become like very, very, very good in the East.
Yeah, and that's what kills them. Their ISO ball whenever in the playoffs, it's always Jaylen Brown, then Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, then Jason Tatum. And there's not enough ball movement, so a point guard for them would have been nice. Now let's talk about what I think what's going to happen with the Wizards and the Tyus Jones going there. So now they have Tyus Jones and Chris Paul. I think both of them are not going to be playing for the Wizards by the time the season rolls around. I think they're going full rebuild. Obviously, I don't think Chris Paul will be there, definitely. And especially with Kyle Kuzma declining his player option and being a unrestricted free agent, I definitely see him moving out of there also. So I think they're going to go full rebuild.
Full rebuild, not so okay. So you don't think they're going to keep Jones?
I don't think
at
so.
All.
I think he's too valuable to be in that organization right now.
I do agree with that. I think that he doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough love for basically not only keeping the Grizzlies competitive when Ja's out, but really they're winning games.
Yeah.
Like he's leading them to wins when Miranda's out. So you're right. He's extremely valuable, but like it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. Who's going to pick him up, because he's a plug and play guy.
Yeah.
His game fits everywhere.
I think he would have been nice on the Celtics.
He would have been nice.
He would have been super nice on the Celtics.
But that's also that's also an embarrassment of riches if they were to get somebody like him. I just don't think that the Celtics were willing to give up enough to make something like that happen. But I love that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I would have liked to see him on the Celtics, and really like, I mean, like it's funny. I mean, he's a bench player and considered a role player, but I just think that like, I mean, that dude, I mean, he balls, man. I like his game a lot, and I think that it fits in a lot of different places. And you're right, with the Celtics, he would have been a great acquisition for them as well.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Marcus Smart for the Grizzlies. I think that gives them something they've really been looking for, a veteran leader, especially while Ja's gone, someone who can really step up and lead the team. Understand he's been in the playoffs multiple times, been to the conference finals, knows what it takes to win, and can help them get it rolling to be in the season. And that'll be nice for them.
I do like, again, thought it was a little cutthroat that the Celtics got rid of him, but for the Grizzlies, I think it helps them out a lot when you're talking about a glue guy, when you're talking about a guy that can really lead the locker room. Because I don't like Ja Morant right now as the Grizzlies like leader, as the guy that they galvanize around. You know, they need veteran leadership. They need somebody who's going to hold all of them accountable and do it in a way where like, not only does he have their respect, but he also has their love also, because he, like, you can feel like Marcus Smart gives off a lot of love to his teammates. You know what I mean? He's a really likable guy.
Yeah.
But he also isn't afraid to like
let them know
when they're doing stuff that is just like off brand.
Yeah.
And I think it would have really helped them out last season. Yeah,
it would have. That's what they've always been kind of struggling with, a veteran leader. They have so many young guys, so much young talent, but no one to really like has been to the playoffs, understand what it takes to win, and like really lead them.
Right. And somebody who wouldn't allow them to just like talk so much. They just do too much talking to not have like really won anything yet.
Yeah.
So I love him for them. It was the right move by the Celtics, but again, it was cutthroat. That's to me, that is like, that's what the business of the NBA kind of represents a little bit. Like this thing is like that part of it is kind of ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For him to not be there, because I'm sure he saw himself being a Celtic long term.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
You know, so I think like, yeah, man, I mean, you know, he'll be great for the Grizz. I think they'll need his scoring production to go up. I think he'll obviously be a great defender for them. He'll be a great glue guy. Like he can cover a multitude of sins for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But it's still, you know, it's hard to imagine him not a Celtic.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, man. Like
all right. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to my dad for coming on. And with the NBA draft tonight, I'm sure I'll have some things to talk about. So catch y'all later.
Take care.